Hello everybody! Today's art lesson I'm doing outside, so that's why I'm out here. So this is Mrs. Nielsen. I am painting rocks today. So I set up outside so that I don't get paint all over inside the house, and because it's a really nice day today. I decided to paint a sample like this, so I have a nice pretty rock. It's still drying. And I made it with dots. All you'll need for this lesson is a rock. Flatter ones are better. So see how this one, it's a little bit curved on this side, but this side's pretty flat, so that would make a good canvas. You can use a round one too, it just might be a little bit harder to paint. You are also going to need acrylic paints, so I have a bunch of them over here. I have some that are matte, some that are shiny, some that are metallic. Just whatever paints, acrylic paints you can find. I'm using 6. You can use as many as you'd like. I also set up on an old lid just little dots of the paint. You really don't need very much. I think this is my biggest pile. It's like smaller than a dime, and I'm not even going to use all of that paint. So you just need a little bit. And instead of paintbrushes today, you're going to need just Q-tips. So it's fine if you don't have paintbrushes. If you want to use paintbrushes, you can definitely use those. I just think that Q-tips make nice dots. All right, so I have my rock right here. Let's see. One sec. Let's just get it set up. There we go. That's a good one. Okay. So I have this rock, it's still drying, and I am going to paint this one right here. I'm painting on a piece of cardboard so that I don't get paint on the cement. You can just paint it straight on the grass though if you'd like. What I did first on my sample is I painted from the outside inward. You can do it the other way around if you want, start in the middle and go out. It's up to you, it doesn't really matter. Let's see. Put it in the sun right there, there we go. I'm deciding, I think I'm going to start with my hot pink over here, and I'm just dipping my Q-tip in the paint like that. You don't need a ton of it on there, just a little, and you're just going to start making dots all the way around the perimeter of your rock. Try to make your dots about the same size for each color. So my pink dots I want to all be a pretty similar size. Let's say I move on to a different color and I make those dots a different size. That's fine as long as you keep everything in that color about the same size. So right here I have my silver dots are a lot bigger than everything else, and that's fine as long as all of the silver dots are bigger. Alright, so I'm just going around the perimeter of my rock. I'm making dots. When I run out of paint, I dip it back in the paint. I'm just going all the way around. Now these are fun. You can use them just as decoration, put them in your room, in your windowsill. You can leave them on a neighbor's porch. It'll be a nice surprise for them, a hand-painted rock. Mother's Day is coming up. You can give it to your mom for Mother's Day, or somebody in your life who is a mom. Let's see. It does take a little bit filling the rock with the dots. You just have to be patient. Oops. Alright, so I I did that color. Now I'm just going to move on to my next color, and you're just making basically stripes all the way in. You might want to pick up your rock carefully because the paint will still be wet. Sorry for the noise, there's an airplane. So you can pick up your rock if you like, as long as you're careful for the wet paint. You can go around for your next row. Just like this. I'll have to go back in later. There's a little hole in the rock. Go back in and see if I can fill that hole. If your dots are coming out a weird shape, you may not have enough paint on there. The lighter you press with your Q-tip, the smaller the dot will be. If you press harder, you'll have a wider dot. There we go. Almost done with this pink. All right. So after this, you can move on to your next color. And as you go towards the center, it's going to get smaller and smaller. There we go. Finish my pink row. Now I'm going to do a blue row. Just make sure that you have enough paint on there. There we go. And it's just the same thing for every row. You just go around and around. I chose some pink colors and some blue colors to have a little bit of contrast, because pink are warm colors and then blue colors are cool colors. And then I also chose the silver because I thought it was pretty and it's shiny. But you can use whatever colors you'd like. Maybe you don't want to go in a circular pattern like this. You can do stripes. You can make lines of dots to make stripes. You can do a zigzag pattern. You could even grab a paintbrush and just paint something on here. Oops. As your paint starts to dry, it might be a little bit harder to use. Just stir it up with your Q-tip. Keep going. Right, now I'm on to my silver. See, silver is my runniest paint that I have, so the dots are going to be big because they spread out. So the runnier the paint, the bigger the dots. Also remember how hard you press with a Q-tip changes the size of the dots also. So if you press lightly, you'll have finer dots, and then if you press harder, you'll have fatter dots. There we go. Maybe I'll move on to my orange now. We have, oh, this orange is more stiff, so I'm going to have I'm going to have more fine dots for this. So, oops, sorry, it was out of the picture. So this orange, like I was saying, is thicker, so you'll have smaller dots. It sticks together more. Sorry for the noise again, another airplane. Let's see. Our neighbors like our work. All right. And it can be hard to get your dots all the same size. They don't have to be exact. You're just doing your best. I'll probably get a couple more rows in before I run out of space. Whoops. Now, okay, right here, my Q-tip has some fuzzy pieces sticking out at the end. That's going to make it so I don't have a very good dot. So take your Q-tip and just roll it to make it a nice rounded edge again. Now, I don't think I have enough room for another row. I'm just going to make a line of dots right in here in the middle. There we go. Alright, so my rock is all done. Unless I want to go back and fix up the spots where there were little holes in the rock. So try to pick the flattest rock you can. The more holes they are, the harder it's going to be. Yeah, I can't really get into that hole. That's okay though. Good enough. Alright, now you just let it dry. If you want, you can turn it over and do the other side. You can write your name on there. Ooh, I like the second one I did better. I think that looks nicer. This one's pretty too. It just has a lot of silver. As you can see, this rock was lighter in color, and this one was darker in color, a little like more of a gray. This one's more of a tan. I think the paint maybe shows it better in the darker one, but it depends on the colors you choose. So let me know how your project turns out, or if you have any questions, you should post pictures of it in the comments. I would love to see it. Have fun and stay safe.